August 8th, 2021. Now, I just did the Hamptons Hamptons Reserve water leak at Penn Station overnight on the same news channel. But I want you to listen to the words and who is saying them about this, because this is a cover story. It is several jurisdictions under one cover that's playing out, but we have Manifest Destiny that's been changed. We have Manifesto that's been affected. We have real life participants, and then we have a public that when they hear words, they're confused. And then they become dangerous in mass mob mentality to people like he and myself. And we are reliant on things like this to tell the story properly. Because this might have a personal opinion, and then we're all fucked.
The Sheriff's Department is now investigating a complaint that could lead to criminal charges. CBS 2's Corey James reports.
In the interest of consistency and appropriateness for him to step down.
Trump set a precedent. He should not step down. He should fight.
Unfortunately, he should.
What is this?
Streets of New York mixed reaction on what Governor Cuomo should.
Mixed reaction? No, those look like the video gamers that are fucking with the real human health, safety, and welfare behind closed doors, and then coming out in cameo in just the right areas. My spots used to look like this. I was fine with him looking like this. This was a family member between he and I. This was a different family member. We were okay. This was, I'm not going there because in our old laws, she was quietly respected and didn't need to be on camera.
Should do after Albany County Sheriff Craig Apple revealed new information about a criminal complaint that was filed 2 days ago.
At this point, I'm very comfortable and safe saying that she is in fact a victim. I cannot get into the nature of her specific allegations. The conduct was sexual in nature.
In addition to the alleged abuse, the former assistant is one of 11 women accusing Cuomo of sexual harassment. In the report from the State Attorney General's office, the former aide claims in 2019 and
Okay, there is something called defamation of character. Okay, the word deaf, D-E-A-F, means you can't hear, or in certain cases, you can hear the sound, but your brain doesn't hear it the correct way because you're not aware of the full picture. So you jump to conclusions that are not proper for what's needed in the scandalous case and the quiet cover-up case that you need to cover and uncover in the right sequenced order. But then you have people trying to play a game and sabotage you. It's a really dangerous area, and it's a really dangerous time right now.
In 2020, the governor engaged in close and intimate hugs on multiple occasions.
I don't like hearing this about him because it's not, I mean, I get that, but that's how they've taught themselves in school.
And I think he also said this is the hardest thing she's ever done in her life. And that gives me a lot of pause that he hasn't done any investigation and he's drawn a conclusion.
All supporters showed up outside Cuomo.
I thank you for that. That's what we call team playing.
Saturday, holding a rally, nearly 50 Democratic county chairs called for the governor to resign in a joint statement. Political expert Juan Polanco explains why.
And if you're a Democrat, you're gonna face a...
This is a problem. Look at what color he is wearing. Why is he wearing blue? What is he pretending to represent? His name is Juan Polanco. This is a Mediterranean Spanish problem. Just is. It's not Latin, but it grew up in a time of Latin that's really fucking dangerous, and it's pulling for Palestine, and Palestine becomes a problem because we're all pals and we all share information. No, that's how you create lawlessness in a time where I need very strict security lines. And then they throw their seeds, they know what they're doing in one generation, to fuck everything up. and then they throw their children into the public, don't tell them anything. And then it's like they become friends, and then they change the storyline completely. They make up their own history, and then they're like, no, we've always been here. No, you fucking haven't.
Face a primary in September. You're gonna face a primary next year.
They've made up governments and made up a historical context that's not correct in order to further this storyboard and really dangerous equipment pen overrides that's already destabilized.
How he survives this.
State Assemblymember Elaine New got emotional on national TV.
Now, this is what happens. Somebody has been sexually assaulted, and in real life, it gets thrown out to the public, and now she attaches to this, which is fine in her humanness of nobody gives a shit and you get your 5 minutes of fame. But what happens later is she comes back and she says, well, I guess Cuomo's not fit to be governor anymore, so now we have no governor. That again is a fucking problem.
TV talking about the allegations that also hit home for her.
I was 13 years old when I was sexually assaulted by my own teacher, and after my own assault, I went to class and then I went to lunch.
New believes that.
Okay, her assault, though, is not the same as my assault. Big fucking difference. But you're making mine seem minuscule, while you're making hers seem like this radically important feature that then makes it more and more fucking difficult as the world gets written and overwritten in this lawlessness, all wrong and destabilizing features that you didn't even know you were fucking missing because nobody informed you until you got to your new position of like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Believes the man who tweeted 8 years ago there should be a zero tolerance policy when it comes to sexual harassment should take his own advice and step down.
He, right now,
Same woman.
is not able to govern, right? He's not the leader that we need right now.
And the Attorney General's office.
Who says? Which one of your shitbag organizations put that one into the media? I'm just fucking curious.
To this complaint, and similarly, we will cooperate with all law enforcement agents.
This is the other problem. This is Eric Adams' family. Eric Adams' family. Same as the Don King promotional fighting with Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson and all the wrong fucking color kids fighting for their lives and their place in the world. This is what brought up charges against Cuomo. I know at some point you have to have an inroads. I don't have access to someone like Ken Apple who has the correct sheriff, I guess, or constable-looking symbol on his Secret Service, but in uniform thingamajig. I don't have English words for it in this America. It's like, I will come up with respectable word catalog when we get there at this point. But this is a problem. Now, also, I was informed by a local by the name of Joe, which is not my Joe. I have whatever, but I have Joe #28. That's my Joe. He's my age. Lewis has a Joe his age. Lewis's Joe informed me that there's a bar on Main Street called Hatfields, Hatfields. Before it was Hatfields, it was called the Crazy Moose, CrazyMoose. Somebody got shot and died at the Crazy Moose. I have no clue who. I didn't ask, but after that killing, the entire whatever changed to Hatfields, and I don't know what took place because I wasn't in the area at the time. I was out either in Virginia or out in Long Island. I have no idea what year it was. But those are facts you can chase in your private investigators that have access to federal and national database security. I have no access to any of that shit. I only have a painted front reference guide of mute facts.
Agencies as
On some pretend to be internet.
Dr. Cuomo's office are waiting for a comment. An exclusive interview is.
This is the other thing. Do you see how beautifully he speaks English and how nicely he holds himself? Why is it they have better acting schools, at this new broadcast operation. They train them better to be a fake something or other in the world in these gigantic swarms, and then they block my ability to get in unless I want to dance like them. I don't do Tropicana. I don't want to get fucking naked. I don't want to be all oiled up and like next to you. I have my collar up to my neck. Thank you. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't say my name. Just, I got shit to do. But this is a fucking problem, because this is not allowed to speak English. It's not Christian. I'm in a landmass. It's an island that is a national cemetery marked cross. I'm what's called cross-eyed. And I have a very different genetic heritage by Church of England and Catholic standards than whatever the hell this is. Why is this in Brooklyn being trained and moving throughout Queens and Long Island like as if they own the place? Why is that? I'm just curious. All you're dumb, fucking useless. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's August 8th, 2021.
Is expected to air on Monday with CBS This Morning with the victim who filed this criminal complaint.
And look at this name. I never allowed them to use the name James. Not ever. They're not allowed to use the name James. James is Alexander James. You're not allowed to take the name James. You might as well say the word king. Just as important. It is a 4-letter code word that is not congruent with this and what is going on during this Centurion period. I am Century 19 in year 78. I am the Infinity 3, broken off from the Infinity 4 at the bottom of Infinity 7 by myself. It is a destabilized quark unit. It should scare the fuck out of everybody who knows quark and a quark system. And when I see gas dancing in a so-called stabilized physics envelopment, it's a problem. My bones are cracking, yet I'm able to walk upright, kind of. And my eyes have not always, but have a dance in them as well, sometimes. It's the gas feature. The gas is not stable here. It just isn't.
Broke the law. In Murray Hill, Corey James, CBS 2 News.
Now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. has returned.
This is teleportation. This is teleportation equipment that has been planned to be abused. And then a new judicial system came up in their planning to take over this teleportation system. And in their extortion schematics, and in their fighting. And then things actually went into from drawing board into action. And now that's another set of consequences and laws. And now we're dangerously losing not only graft and draft, we are losing actionable results in the field of America during my Centurion appearance. Now, how and what law do you use in order to prosecute and eradicate the problems and the issues? I'm just curious. Who is the equipment being run by at this point, and why was there such a drastic, dramatic change? And why am I pulled into a white suit in the middle of the most disgusting, dangerous Centurion that is actually damaging my century?
Return to coronavirus levels not seen since winter. The country is now averaging 100,000
I have no idea what
every
this
day.
means.
These are similar numbers to those we experienced back in November of last year. Hospitalizations and deaths are all.
Are those future numbers of populations that are going to change in the near future? Like, how are those run? I have no idea, and I don't trust a single one of you fucks because you've been running everything completely wrong. There are people who know things. I just wouldn't know what they look like